It feels like you're getting more spam calls. That is not your imagination.
The Attorney General in South Carolina says some of the biggest phone companies are actually helping those calls get through. Now he's taking action. 7 News State House reporter Caroline Yaffa has details.
If you've ever gotten a phone call, then looked at your phone and said, oh, not that again, then you're exactly the person state leaders are trying to help. Investigators say 4 big companies are part of the problem, and attorneys general across the country are trying to crack down on them. South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson says phase 2 of a multi-state anti-robocall task force is directing companies like Intelliquent, Bandwidth, Lumen, and Peerless to block suspected illegal calls immediately.
Scam phone calls have been around as long as the telephone's been around, but especially with the advent of the internet, and yet even with those laws on the books, it's extremely hard to enforce, and if anything, the rate of these calls is increasing.
Officials say these companies are pushing through huge numbers of scams, like fake Amazon and Apple alerts, Social Security imposters, and IRS scammers.
Anything that might be a spam call, feel free to hang up. If it's actually legitimate, a human being will call you back and it won't be a robocall. But when in doubt, hang up, and if it's a legitimate reason, folks will call you back or send you a letter in the mail.
This is phase 2 of the task force. Experts say phase 1 was relatively successful.
First, it was getting the Attorney General's offices of all 50 states put together a formula, a plan by which they would ask companies in the United States to comply with the law as it exists on the books now. When these attorneys general have evidence, U.S. company, please stop working with these actors that you're not quite sure who they are.
AG Wilson said he and the other attorneys general are going after the companies responsible. He says, quote, "These robocalls aren't just annoying, they're illegal. These robocalls are usually scams that victimize South Carolinians and people across the country." Experts say since 2019, Intelliquent has received nearly 10,000 traceback notices, linking it to suspected scam campaigns. Bandwidth, Peerless, and Lumen have also received thousands, and together they're estimated to have moved hundreds of millions, even billions of scam calls over the last few years. In Columbia, Caroline Yaffa, 7 News.
And Caroline reached out to all 4 of those companies. We haven't received a response.